We have seen gradual improvement from this Ohio State program, not just this year, but the last few years leading up to this. They are in the NCAA tournament for the first time since 2022. It's time to dance. Ohio State controls the tip. We're underway.
And let the music begin right now. TCU, Iron Eagle. Grant Hill goes a little.
This Ohio State team went 21-12, 12-8 in the Big Ten.
Nice curl.
Give it up outside. Bynum. It's off. Nice rebound by Tilly. They've got the size advantage.
They do, and he can pass the ball too. Finds people.
Tilly on a kick. Thornton, the jumper is pure.
Great skill right there. Relocation and getting it to Mr. Columbus, Bruce Thornton. But the scoring for Ohio State been elite, particularly with the backcourt.
And a little unusual twist now, starting with the zone.
David Punch gives it up. The floater for Edmonds, no.
Oh, great look, though. Good pass work. Well prepared for that zone.
The versatile Devin Royal.
And Jake, a fountain of misinformation. Didn't talk about his zone at all.
Didn't say a word.
No.
Tilly way outside. Tilly bodied up by Edmonds.
Got to keep this guy out of the lane. Thornton, so good, so strong.
Royal has to hoist. Does hit the rim, but comes up short. Rebounded by Punch, averaging just under 7 boards per game.
And this is where TCU is so good in transition. So transition defense a must for the Buckeyes.
And this guy can get in the lane and find some people too.
Oh, high floater off the window for Brock Harding.
How about big time kiss? Little spring in his step. Played at Iowa. Bringing the luggage to TCU.
2 years under Fran McCaffrey at Iowa. And he controls the tempo for TCU.
Yes.
Backdoor. And Bynum tried to crank it down. He got fouled in the act. Free throws for the freshman from Omaha, Nebraska. It's time for Winning Looks, presented by Great Clips.
And right now, big, stay on the floor. Don't get in any foul problem. Make some threes. They average a little over 7. I think they need 11 or 12 of them if they're going to win this game.
And Raph, for the Buckeyes, you got to be efficient on offense. TCU so good at creating turnovers, and you got to defend without fouling. The Horned Frogs, one of the best at getting to the free throw line.
David Punch called for that foul. Bynum will shoot the second, 73%. In his freshman season, they just love his physicality, his all-around skills. Very mature for a freshman.
And he's an amazing kid when you watch him, too. Works hard. They plan this summer to just keep working on that stroke.
TCU, 4th NCAA tournament appearance in the last 5 years.
In this zone right now, you're talking about TCU, not a great three-point shooting team.
Well, they've done 2-3 zone during the year, Ohio State. They're comfortable in it. They're mainly a man team.
Harding knocks it down from the outside.
A little combo inside and out.
He's a 27% three-point shooter and shot it with confidence.
And we all know kids step up in this tournament sometimes unexpectedly. Nice drop step.
The Tilly spin, denied at the rim. Punch got him.
Great balance.
Harding, give it up. Punch, Euros. He flips it and is fouled in the act.
That's what he can do. He's not a post-up guy, Grant. He can put it on the deck as well.
Well, he's versatile, and they do a great job. Tilly going into the paint. 3 guys there, and Punch is a shot blocker, almost 2 blocks a game, just in the right place and able to get down the floor. With his versatility, he is a matchup nightmare. Punch, his ability to put the ball on the deck and draw fouls.
He has had a breakout season. He averages 2 blocks per game. We just saw one. Tilly picks up the foul on the other end. Sophomore from Harker Heights, Texas. And a change here. Nigovin has checked in, the 7-footer from Croatia.
Rebound, screener, decent defender as well. Brings a lot of size.
1 out of 2 for Punch. TCU takes a 6-5 lead. TCU did go 9-2 in its last 11 games entering the NCAA tournament.
And they got hot. They're a small team, Raph, but they are accustomed to going against size and length, particularly during the Big 12 regular season.
Well, this team, TCU, really gets after the guards. Attack. Good, nice block.
And Royal couldn't get it off cleanly. TCU protecting the rim. Jaden Pierre, the transfer from Providence.
He can shoot it, can put it on the deck. And Punch is a terrific screener as well.
Another one for Harding. No.
Boy,
Rebound. Edmonds. JUCO transfer.
he's letting it all out, Harding.
Pierre straightaway tray. Rims out. And the box out there by Bynum.
And one thing, Raph, TCU so good on the offensive glass. The Buckeyes have to block out and limit them to only one opportunity possession.
Pierre knocks it away from Thornton. Out of bounds. Got a substitution here. TCU is going to bring Tanner Toulson into the game. Spent 2 years at Utah Valley, 1 year at BYU. And Jaden Pierre will take a seat.
And Mobley hasn't had a shot yet, and they're really hugging him outside.
Has he had a touch?
Not that well, maybe a bounce here and there, but nothing of impact.
You got to play him dribble use. He's got
Right
range
there.
from right there.
Exactly.
Thornton stumbles a bit, and it's a travel against Ohio State.
Again, the impact of those guards defensively, very tough. A tough-minded league as well.
They embody the spirit of their coach, Jamie Dixon. They get after it and get into you on defense.
And another change here for TCU. Latauris Lelevichis checks in from Lithuania, transferred from Oregon State.
He can play too, can knock some shots down.
Edmonds the spin. He gets met by
Nice
Nigovan
help.
and denied. The help there by Bynum.
A good read, helping his partner out.
Bynum gets picked up by Micah Robinson, the sophomore from Frisco, Texas.
Nice
Hard
trap.
double team.
Well, they camouflage stuff really well. Nice hands there.
Bounces off Nigovan. Out of
And
bounds.
Raph, you see why they force a lot of turnovers there, averaging almost 14 turnovers they force their opponents. But that trap in the corner, nowhere to go for Bynum. And nice hands and deflecting off the leg there. Got to be careful and be strong with the basketball going against this attack from TCU.
They finished second in the Big 12 in that category, forcing turnovers, and finished with a plus 96 in turnover margin this season.
14 a game. They force the opponents into nice duck in here. Good footwork by Edmonds. Wow, how about that?
He cans it. Xavier Edmonds from Long Beach, California.
He's got a game, this kid. Ooh, my God. Nigovan just whacked him pretty good.
Tayson Chapman is in off the bench. Deep one, Mobley in and out, rebounded by Harding.
And you mentioned Chapman too. He can ring the bell.
Edmonds running the floor hard. Edmonds switching hands, and it's off the rim.
Nice job by Mobley tipping it to Thornton.
Ohio State 1 of 6. Thornton is fouled by Harding.
Boy, how about him if he was a running back, Thornton? He is powerful.
A running back, a fullback.
Fullback.
Well put together, 6'2", 215.
What do you know about football?
A little bit.
Dad does.
Family business. Early lead for TCU. Let's bring in the fourth member of our crew, Tracy Wolfson.
Thanks a lot. I am Bruce Thornton, one of the great stories in this NCAA tournament. One of just 22 major college players to stay at the same school for 4 years. He stayed through the coaching change. He got his degree. He broke the all-time school scoring record, and now getting the chance to play in the NCAA tournament for the first time. Thornton told me at practice he got goosebumps walking out onto the court. He's grabbing anything and everything with his name on it as a memory. He said this has always been a dream of his. It just took him a little longer than he thought, and now he's hoping he can keep this run going for just a little longer.
And Tracy, a four-time captain, so poised, and he had a lot of options. Teams were interested in him after his junior season and decided to stay and fulfill this dream.
A great prep here, forcing a tough shot.
Royal missed it from the outside, and an uncontested rebound for Punch.
A staggered screen on the out of bounds.
So they made their first shot. They'd missed 6 in a row. As that ball gets knocked out of bounds, Pierre is back in there for TCU.
And Chapman, a terrific offensive player. Really can be creative, make plays on his own.
TCU has played teams like Florida, Michigan, Arizona, Houston, Iowa State. They went 2-3 in those games, so they are tournament tested. Obviously going through the Big 12 at 11-7.
Jamie's done a great job no matter where he has been, obviously. Once again, the ability to get in that lane breaks down that defense.
Nice spin, Punch with the touch.
He's got a great drop step spin. That's his trademark move.
And a 10-5 advantage now for the Horned Frogs. Ohio State offense has been stagnant. 8-0 run for TCU.
Got to finish at the rim now.
And Tilly can't.
Occasionally he gets there and doesn't complete. Then he passes up some tough, easy shots.
Robinson on the outside working with Pierre.
This kid is good too. Gotten better watching him from the beginning of the year to now.
Pierre makes his move. Nice speed on a kick. Toulson drives and punch. Could not finish on the scoop. Toulson is there. Then the cleanup duty won't go. Malevich has had it blocked there by Royal.
See on the glass. So this is their game right now. The Horned Frogs, they play hard, dribble penetration. They missed some easy ones there, but the effort on display.
Ohio State has gone 4.5 minutes without a point. They trail 10-5.
Yeah, Thornton's got to get going. And Mobley, these two are too dynamic.
Shake and bake. The floater is good for Mobley.
You know, when you can shoot, you own your guy a little bit. That kid is effective off the bounce as well.
He is known as Junie, and he is an elite shooter at 42% from downtown.
You see Raph going back to this zone. You may see a lot of that here. TCU against that man was getting paint touches with ease.
This is where I like a guard at that foul line. Nice
Pierre, the pull-up, it's short, and it's rebounded by Tilly.
The punch is solid, though. Doesn't make many mistakes. Ohio State's got to do a better job on that defensive rebounding area, too.
No question.
Thornton gets Chapman involved, comes off the bench. He'll put shots up from long range.
They're switching automatically on those baseline rubs.
Chapman.
That's where he's good.
Good angle, couldn't finish it. Had a chance to knock it in, and it's off the mark. Pierre whips a pass. Lelevichus to the rim for two.
And Chapman was on the ground on the other end. Great awareness from Pierre to throw it ahead. The Horned Frogs just continue to get to the paint.
Lelevichus has got an aggressive mindset, and he's put TCU in front 12-7.
He's excellent off the bounce. Those are drilling deep ones.
This Ohio State offense, they've been struggling here. The defense giving them problems.
The pressure out here, particularly.
Everything contested.
Thornton on the discard and the deuce.
I love the way they lifted everybody, don't you?
Well, I like that, getting him on a curl downhill opportunity.
Early offense, Toulson overcooked it and rebounded by Punch.
Can't keep doing that. Ohio State's got to stick guys.
Robinson thought about it. Fourth offensive rebound for TCU. The curl.
Strong.
And he puts it in.
He is a strong kid. Not afraid of traffic. Some kick-out threes on occasion.
He's a physical presence at 6'6", 232 pounds. Good two-way player. He's got a 6'9" wingspan.
And gets to the foul line. Almost 4 free throws a game.
14-9 lead for TCU. Thornton using the screen.
Nice
Punch helps out.
Great recovery.
Tilly the roll. Punch recovers. Second defender, and Tilly scores with a left hand.
And they exited the weak side out of there. Tilly was all alone on that roll there. Still, though, double teamed at the rim. This Horned Frogs defense, they are swarming the interior.
Tilly transferred from Santa Clara. They're in the big dance. Punch. The back end. And Punch doesn't get the roll.
And Thornton with a nice check out, too. Need more of that.
There's Royal out on the perimeter.
These are a tough matchup for Pierre inside.
Give and go. Royal the catch. Royal the release.
He can't play him. Too powerful.
And the first two of the game for Devin Royal as Ohio State is starting to find some things on the offensive end.
Well, they're starting to figure things out. Ball movement, player movement, great passing, finishing, sharing the basketball. Ohio State finding their groove.
First four coverage of the NCAA Division I Women's Basketball Championship continues tonight, 7 p.m. on ESPN2. For more info, game times, listings, go to ncaa.com.
And right here, just great awareness as you see Royal just going off the screen, had the smaller defender Pierre on him. Somehow that was a mismatch, maybe a cross match there defensively, but great awareness from Tilly, showing his versatility with his passing.
So Ohio State has gotten hot. Made 4 of their last 5 shots after starting 1 of 9. Harding is back in there. Royal! That's off the rim. Another one that was halfway down. Offensive rebound, Edmonds. And we get a tie-up. Possession arrow favors TCU.
That's maybe the 4th one at the rim that they've been able to finish.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But if you're TCU, you're encouraged because at least you're getting there and getting those opportunities.
Punch could not get it to go down, but TCU will retain possession. We'll be back after this. Watch whip-around coverage of all men's games with Fast Break, presented by AT&T in the March Madness Live app. 14-13, TCU in front of Ohio State. Moments ago, Tracy with Buckeyes head man Jake Diebler.
Coach, it seemed like you found some offensive rhythm right there. You just had a timeout before this one. What was said in the huddle?
Yeah, we got to put pressure on the paint. I think with our cutting, got to keep that ball moving on offense. And then down here, I like the way we're rebounding. We got to keep fighting on the glass. That's one of their strengths. So we got to keep battling. I like our connection right now. We just got to keep it up.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
All right, thanks.
All right, thank you so much, Tracy. Ohio State, one of 9 Big Ten teams in the field. TCU, one of 8 Big 12 teams in the NCAA tournament. Ohio State spreading it around. Every starter has scored so far for the Buckeyes.
Oh, nice screen.
Get it in for Pierre. Flip it back. Harding lines it up. Off the rim.
Harding with that one foul, got a blow, got backed in earlier.
And Gabe Cupp seeing his first action, the transfer from Indiana.
He'll make plays. Doesn't really look for his own shot. They've been icing it on one side of the floor.
Brandon Knoll is seeing his first action, 5th-year senior transfer from Wright State. Thornton, give it up, Bynum.
Down 3, got a
shot clock winding down. It's blocked by Pierre. Numbers developing.
Oh, better pass.
And
Goodness.
Punch tossed it out of bounds. He was trying to lead Harding.
Snap pass. He got a good angle to go to the rim.
Well, missed opportunity there from TCU, but you see this defensive pressure. Jamie Dixon, this Ohio State team, their offensive attack, particularly the last 5 games, they've been so efficient and been out of sorts at time against this pressure.
That is the first turnover of the day for TCU. They double up on Thornton.
And they really collapse and help out in their rotation solid.
Got a mismatch inside there. Miss Royal.
Yeah, Cups is moving in the wrong direction. That ball was tipped.
Once again, down to 5 and nothing. Got to shoot it.
Bynum fires around and out,
Punch.
and a push on Punch. It's going to be number 2 on Punch.
That hurts.
Almost a perfect defensive possession there from TCU. As you see Punch giving up inside position and a little push and a little sell job.
And that's the reason Knoll's important. They need some size, somebody aggressive around the rim and being in good position.
So it's Punch to the bench. Knoll and Cups exit for Ohio State. Mobley and Tilley come back in. 1-point lead for TCU. Punch exits with 3 points, 6 rebounds. Thornton, spin, off the heel. And a rebound knocked over to Harding.
They're really good at looking for something early and then being patient.
Look at Edmonds fighting down low.
And he can elevate too with his size here.
Great footwork.
Edmonds, oh, what a pass.
How about that, a bowler.
To Robinson, and he drains it for 3.
A nice find. Again, we're talking about Robinson. A lot of things that this kid can do. Kick out threes, one of them.
17-13 TCU. Mobley with the handles, bounces for Tilley, and he lost the ball out of bounds.
Nice cross and a pretty good look by Mobley.
I thought he was going to pull it on that play there, but look at this pass. You're talking about just on the baseline, on target. A little shot fake by Robinson there, but how connected this team is, TCU. They share the basketball, and that connection shows itself on both ends of the floor.
Xavier Edmonds, 2 years at Salt Lake Community College. You don't know exactly how that will translate when you get to a major program. It has. He's averaging 12.5 points, 6.5 rebounds, and that jumper is on target for Edmonds.
And it's crazy with him. His first 18 games, 10 points a game. Last 15, almost 15 points a game. So has gotten better this season in Big 12 play.
He's shooting 41% from downtown. He extends the TCU lead to 7.
And the first time they trapped outside here, well, they've got them playing ragged basketball right
And
now.
knocked the ball off of Bynum out of bounds.
Their strong suit coming in was this defense, and boy, did they get after you. You got to do a little more quickly. Got to be more distinct in your screening and cutting.
And Rap, they're just trapping everywhere. In the corner, in the post, up high.
They read it well.
They really do.
And they've got their largest lead of the day. They forced Ohio State into back-to-back turnovers. TCU started the Big 12 portion of their schedule 3-6. Harding accelerates. That ball bounced off of the foot of Tilley, and Ohio State is running. Mobley forcing the action. The tip in rolls down for Bynum.
That's why you run the floor. Great effort by the big fella.
And Ohio State cuts it to 5. We are under 8 minutes to go in this first half.
This is where they got to toughen up Ohio State.
Harding on a kick. This is with Punch on the bench, 2 fouls.
Boy, they do a great job side to side. A little pin down.
Robinson, he wants to dance. Kick it out. Harding, jab, jumper.
Nice hustle.
And Toulson gets there for the offensive board. Harding on a kick. Lalevichus to Edmonds.
Got him.
How about that possession right there? Dribble penetration, sharing the basketball. And once again, an offensive rebound. 6 offensive rebounds for the Horned Frogs.
Great job by Brock, just penetrating. Nice hustle here.
And TCU up by 8. Mobley got a good look and put it on the board for 3.
Kids are so good with that pump fake, the bite on the closeout. Most guys will attack the closeout.
Right now, Ohio State's going to have to attack on defense, figure things out, try to slow down this attack. Take some pride in your individual matchup.
The defense moving back and forth out of sync just like this.
Inside, Robinson thought he had the angle, and it's rebounded by Tilley. Ohio State, 49.3% from the field this season. That's 19th in the nation. They're shooting at 35% so far in this first half.
Yeah, Tilley's got to do things in the lane here. He's got a mismatch size-wise.
Bynum
comes that trap from the baseline.
Yeah, good help by Robinson, and Bynum is tripped by Edmonds.
Edmonds giving it away there. Gets 3+ fouls a game. He's got to be careful. How about this drive? And the fine. That's why you run the floor. Big fella looming large and stepping out with the luggage. Edmonds nailing it.
It's round 1, but you've been putting in the work for your team all season. Celebrate making it to the tournament with an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Well, the officials did take a look at the jump shot from Mobley. They've determined that what was called a 2 on the floor is now a 3, so it's 23-18. Moments ago, Tracy Wolfson with TCU head man Jamie Dixon.
Coach, you're holding them to 35% shooting. What do you like about your defensive effort, especially on the glass?
We're playing hard. We can rebound better. They got a couple putback baskets. We got to know they're going to push us from behind, so we got to do a better job with that. And then, again, we've got good shots. Just got to finish around the rim a little bit better, but playing hard. We play hard.
Appreciate it.
All right, thanks.
All right, Tracy. Ohio State has leaned heavily on its starters this season. 86% of their points come from the starters. That's the 7th highest percentage in the nation.
Look at this outlet pass.
Pierre accelerates, and it's blocked, but a foul.
Boy, that was gorgeous. Hurt on the money.
It really was there. Look,
This.
Wes Unseld like
How about that?
that outlet pass, but these guys are flying up and down the court and in the half-court defense. And as Jamie Dixon said, if they just made some of those chippies around the rim, they'd be up 10 points at least.
How about a subtle shot at the refs, though? They push us from behind. Like we can convey that to the officials, huh? No, you're right, though.
Bruce Thornton was called on the foul. Pierre, an 83% shooter, misses on the first.
You mentioned the transfer. It's amazing, right, Bird? Guys, 2 and 3 years, different spots, coming in and adjusting on the fly.
Pierre, very experienced. His role increased each year at Providence, and he's done excellent work for Jamie Dixon here at TCU.
And mix it up a little full court pressure. Take some clock away. Nice pass.
And the finish by Royal.
Rap, they emptied out that side. Bynum exited the corner wide open there. Nice set out of the timeout by Jake Diebler.
TCU, they believe in balance. 7 players are averaging 8 points or more for the Horned Frogs.
A tough matchup here for Tilley if they get it over.
Lalevichus.
Kid's got game.
Can play.
Really talented.
Outstanding shooter. He's 40% from three-point territory, 47% overall. And TCU leads by 6. We approach 5 minutes to go. First half.
Nice hedge.
Ooh, he walked, I thought.
The spin. Bynum, scoop shot. It goes.
How about that? The pirouette.
A little talent right there.
Oh, he's going to be a load, this kid, in an affectionate way.
Yeah, Jake Diebler said he plays with a lot of joy. Inside, Lelevich's, and it blocked out of bounds.
How do you get that free? I mean, that's a tough pass to get through, but this is what you were talking about. Everybody overloads.
His ability there to spin, but also just finish amongst the length. Great contest. A beautiful touch. Just kind of does a lot of different things. Can score around the rim, three-pointer, put it on the floor. And Bynum already has a pro body.
Now, the more you watch this TCU team, Bird, they cut great. They find openings, make you spin, turn your head, and unselfish.
Bounce back year for them. They went 16-16 last season. Pierre almost lost it, walking the tightrope with 16 to shoot. Lelevich's gives it up as Punch remains on the bench. Robinson, pull-up puck is there.
And around Edmonds, too, using that wide body. They can get that anytime they want. Drop coverage and freeze.
7 points for Micah Robinson. He averages 10.5.
They are not letting Mobley give him much room.
Double team on Mobley. Thornton crosses over, floats it up, short, ends up on his backside. TCU is running. Robinson.
They're always the pedal to the metal, and that's the reason.
Edmonds had a wall in Tilly, so he backs it out.
But if you don't retreat, you're going to pay for it mightily.
Lelevich's couldn't get a clean shot off. Good defense. Ohio State hits the deck, and now they'll move it up the floor with Mobley. Under 4 minutes to go in the first half.
Nice pass.
Tilly breaks away for 2.
How about that adroit move with those foot? Boy, goodness. Tilly.
Multi-dimensional big Christoph Tilly, 7 foot, 240 from Germany. Fake the handoff. Edmonds couldn't get Lelevich's involved. Instead, it's Toulson. 9 to shoot. Will they go back to Punch at some point in this first half?
I don't think they will, Bird.
Robinson connects for 3.
And Raph, they're so dangerous. Multiple guys can just go make a play, go get a bucket. And you see sharing the wealth, everyone getting involved.
And Robinson leads all scorers. He's got 10 points. TCU is up by 7.
But they are connected, though, Grant, to your point. Unselfish, read ahead.
Swing it. Tilly over to Royal. Bynum. Thornton amongst the trees on a kick. Tilly steps into it. And it hits the rim. Knocked over to Toulson.
Edmonds with the slap back. Heady play.
Get it ahead. Lelevich's, no hesitation. Off the mark.
How do they get these easy looks?
Ohio State is 2 of 9 from long range. TCU shooting it well. 5 of 11. And the Buckeyes will take a timeout. The 9 seed in the East leading the 8 seed. First half action continues from Greenville. Our game summary, TCU 5 of 11 from downtown. They have 6 offensive rebounds. Ohio State struggling from the outside. They've shot at 10 of 25, but the Horned Frogs playing a high level of D.
And Raph, the collective commitment on this side, impressive. Multiple efforts, contesting shots right here, trapping the ball right here. You don't diagram this. Just hustle, get on your horse, help your teammate, trap, force turnovers. Horned Frogs basketball at its best.
Rally to the point of attack beautifully.
It is the
Nice
5th
denial
all-time
here.
meeting. The
Hold
step
on.
in. Edmonds cranks it down. Maybe not quite as smooth as he envisioned.
You got a flat tire there a little bit. It's not easy to dunk anymore, Bird.
For some of us.
Oh, great. I don't know if he,
Almost a backcourt right there.
well, he said it was a deflection.
So the ball was tipped. That's why Ohio State could hold on to it. And then Pierre picks up the foul as TCU takes a 9-point lead. Edmonds, yeah, he got rim.
Well, they do things the hard way there in TCU, but what defense out of the timeout there in the passing lanes. And
What do you know about dunking anyhow?
my former life.
This is the largest lead of the day for TCU, 9. We are under 2 minutes to go in the first half.
You can't shed them on this end of the floor. That's the problem. Aggressive, team-oriented, read things nicely. Everybody's staying at home in a passing lane.
Feed it to Tilly. Shot clock is down to 7. Tilly makes his move, drops it inside, and it's out of bounds.
See, that's one he's got to take.
I think he shoot that right there.
Shoot that.
A little too unselfish.
The swarming D is just spectacular. Everybody in the right spot, jamming up things. You've got to get it to the other side.
And that is 6 Buckeyes turnovers. It's the first taste of the NCAA tournament for anyone in Ohio State's starting 5.
This is where you get back in the game, though.
Harding,
stick your nose in there.
Swing it. Robinson's been hot. Got him from deep.
This kid.
Well, Raph, the recognition, though, of the hot hand right there. Great screen and roll from Brock Harding. Get the ball to the hot guy. Robinson continues from downtown.
It is an 8-0 run for the Horned Frogs. 1:10 to go in this first half. The answer, in and out for Mobley.
And the other way.
Yeah,
Knocked out of bounds, and Tilly sold it.
I would contest that one.
Yeah, I think it was off Tilly as well.
And nobody wavy.
It's almost like they want to play defense.
Maybe they're so good at it.
Only 2 points in the last 4 minutes for Ohio State.
And this is the highest scoring Ohio State team in 34 years.
Correct.
In this defense.
They need it. Mobley ends up on the ground. He was looking for a call.
They contest everything.
They
these
are
kids.
really struggling. 2 of 11 from downtown. The lead is 12. They can add to it.
He can get up in the air now and use his strength.
Robinson,
Nice
double
help.
team, flip it. Pierre, 10 to shoot.
Oh, what a gamble, a sellout.
Another excellent pass. Ball movement. Harding, flash! It's a 3!
Unselfish, side to side, punishing.
And they are all pumped up. It's a 15-point cushion. They're 7 of 13 from downtown. The run is 11-0 TCU. Shot clock is turned off. 12 seconds left.
Thornton has not been able to turn the corner and be dominant. That's his game.
Thornton, 6 seconds. That ball rolling. Royal fighting. Down to 2 seconds. 1, shove off, and Bynum stumbles down, and that's how the half will end. Fittingly, with a stop from TCU.
Non-stop effort and pressure. Team coordination is incredible. Ball movement side to side. Get the puppies organized. Woo! Drilling it. He started the game hot, finishes the half, banging down the tray.
Coming up, AT&T at the half. All the scores and highlights, the latest NCAA tournament news, all coming up on AT&T at the half. Send it over to Tracy.
An 11-0 run to end the half. What can you say about the unselfish play of this team so far?
We all believe in each other. I mean, we're playing great defense and turning great offense. We're all being unselfish. We're all playing together. And it's just looking, we're having a lot of fun out here.
Wish you the best of luck. Thanks.
Thank you.
Jaden Pierre, native of Elizabeth, New Jersey, circuitous route to get to Greenville for NCAA tournament action. 8-9 games, always fun, competitive, but it's TCU, the 9 seed, that's got the lead over Ohio State. We'll send it to AT&T at the half after these messages. Back here in Greenville, a look at the Coca-Cola first half stats. TCU, they just locked down Ohio State, 37% from the field. They also took advantage of the Buckeyes' mistakes, 10 points off of turnovers. Moments ago, Tracy with Buckeyes captain Bruce Thornton.
Bruce, TCU's physicality, their defense affecting you early. How do you guys have to adjust in the second half?
We just got to fight. We got to limit turnovers. We can't allow catch and shoot threes, and we got to get on the glass. So I feel like we take care of everything. When the first 4 minutes, I feel like we'll be right back in the game.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
No problem.
All right, Tracy, an 11-0 run to end that first half for TCU. Ian Eagle, Grant Hill, Bill Raftery. this lead could be even larger if not for a bunch of misses at the rim by the Horned Frogs.
No question. I mean, you see why they've beaten Florida, Texas Tech, and Iowa State this season. The defense has been incredible, and they're sharing the basketball and knocking down threes as well.
At the end of the year, Edmonds has really stepped up the game. He's been absolutely sensational. Without Punch, they actually had more room to roam, but you're right, the defense extraordinary.
Punch did leave the game with those 2 fouls, and now we'll see how they mix him back in here to start the second half. 25-11, they outscored Ohio State when Punch went to the bench.
And Bird, one add on, they averaged 7 made threes a game. They're right there now. It's been really impressive from the outside, but they got to finish at the rim, TCU.
Yeah, Bruce Thornton mentioned
Nice
first 4 minutes. That's a good way to start. Mobley with the finish, the setup by Tilly.
And Grant, that's that same setup that you talked about. Overload one side, empty side, good step and go.
Right now for Ohio State, they're going to have to show some fight. Bruce Thornton talking with Tracy. See what they're made of here these first 3-4 minutes.
And the deflection off of the knee of Robinson. Time for Winning Looks, presented by Great Clips.
Biggs must stay on the floor. Obviously punched a little foul problem, but the threes again, pretty effective.
And Ohio State, they did a good job of defending without fouling, but offensively not efficient. They got to come out and get good looks every possession.
Just the 3rd TCU turnover of the day. Tilly driving in on Edmonds, and Tilly puts it in.
And why not? You've got that in your game. Finish big time.
Conversely for TCU, you can't relax. You got to pretend that the score is 0-0. A lot of basketball left.
Refuse that ball screen.
All of Ohio State's points have come from the starters.
Boy, the bigs are so active. Look at this move and
Nice
pass. Shoot it.
Thought he was.
Harding bounces. Edmonds is there. The banker doesn't go. The tip in no again. And that one is off the mark, but TCU controls it. Robinson misses on a 3-ball. And a foul. Edmonds over the back of Tilly.
Boy, you got to do a better job with the glass.
They do. But Edmonds, known for getting in foul trouble, averages about 3 a game. And Tilly right here, in the first half, he passed this up. He was looking to pass on his drives. Very decisive, getting to that right hand in the first 2 possessions. Offensively, Ohio State getting to the rim for easy 2.
Check in with Tracy.
And I had a chance to speak with Jake Diebler coming out of the half. He said they need to settle in, trust each other. He said they have to make quicker decisions coming out of the ball screens, be more physical with the ball, catch it, and get to the rim.
Mobley, it's off the rim. He wanted a call.
And what a setup defensively by Edmonds, and then Punch cleans it up.
Pierre for Edmonds. Here's Harding now.
Does a good job getting the touch on the lane.
The back end punch, missed it on the inside, controlled by Edmonds. The flip doesn't go for Robinson, and now Ohio State is running with Bynum.
Boy, not converting at the rim. Nice
entry, Royal in a crowd, he missed it.
And Raf, just like the first half, TCU missing some chippies there, as you said, at the basket.
First line of defense, Harding handles it.
Boy, he breaks it down, doesn't he?
Kick it out, punch, off the heel, long rebound. Another offensive rebound for TCU.
Boy, just on the spot, more aggressive.
That is 10 offensive boards. Pierre, it's blocked by Tilly. Thornton the other way. Tried the head and shoulder fake, punch, didn't bite. Deep line, Bynum, it's off on a rainbow 3.
They missed it. Tilly had a mismatch. Pierre on him, didn't recognize it.
But he didn't even move to get the offensive rebound, though, around Pierre.
TCU is 0 of 7 from the field in the second half until that. David Punch delivers.
I think they're fatigued, actually, Ohio State.
You might be right.
They relentlessness.
And the lead is back up to 13 for TCU.
Not sure, Raph. You've seen a lot of Big Ten action. I don't know if you have teams that play this kind of effort intensity that TCU brings.
I don't think on the perimeter.
Okay. Yes.
But inside, yes. But boy, they're so aggressive at the point of attack, doubling, as you mentioned in the first half, the doubling, the trapping, reading situations.
Foul was called on Micah Robinson of TCU.
And Tilly just went to the bench there, a little short, maybe 4 minutes to start the game, and already breathing a little bit. To your point,
Well, that's where we feel, sitting alongside Bird here.
Exasperating. Thornton. And those threes are just not going down. Brandon Knoll is in the game for Ohio State.
And their bigs can bring it up, which really helps them as well.
Robinson trying to make his move on Bynum. Lelevicius was a factor in the first half. He's back in there. Punch, fake the handoff.
Punch so good off the dribble, too. I think he can do some damage. This is where he bounces to ecstasy.
Punch, and it's through the hands of Robinson, out of bounds.
Tough catch. A little too much heat.
And actually better defense there from Ohio State. Just a late trap there, and you see Royal getting his hands on that pass attempt. So the activity paying off for the Buckeyes.
Tanner Toolson into the game. He replaces Jaden Pierre for Jamie Dixon. They lead at 41-28. Ohio State is 2 of 13 from beyond the arc.
Everybody brings something. He's a dribble drive guy. Toolson can make a three. Got good size defensively. He's got Thornton.
Ohio State got a win over Iowa in the Big Ten tournament, then lost to Michigan in the tournament quarterfinals. Royal, he felt he got poked in the eye.
And how about that?
He got punched.
The bigs fingered. He got fingered. Fingered by Punch. But
and the ball was out of bounds. He was fortunate it was last touched by TCU.
And the bigs can get out and play on the floor. Edmonds and Punch.
So David Punch with a poke. Watch every men's game live on your computer, phone, tablet, or streaming device with NCAA March Madness Live. Download it now to stay up to date on all of the action. Early second half, TCU up by 13 on Ohio State. Royal inside the arc.
Tough shot.
It's off. Nothing is going down right now for Devin Royal, the junior from Pickerington, Ohio.
Out of the timeout. That's not a good shot.
Well, everything's contested. I mean, the TCU, you can't get loose.
Now get back in the overload situation if you're Ohio State, though. Empty one side.
Harding.
Everybody's active.
Feed it to Punch. Punch works the baseline, and it's blocked on the interior.
Bynum right there. Good help.
Get it ahead. Thornton to Bynum running the floor. Big finish for Bynum.
Boy, first time open floor opportunity. Bynum bringing it strong.
Need more of that, Raph. Get stops, get out for easy opportunities.
The flip doesn't go. There's a foul called.
I think on the floor. He's begging for one.
Robinson is looking for shots.
And so explosive, but that defense not back yet. You get a stop, a block on one end, fly down the floor and get an easy two there. And Bynum with that size, and I like to see him get some more touches, particularly down on the block there where he can take advantage of his strength.
And the foul called on Bruce Thornton, and it will be free throws for Micah Robinson. Gets to the free throw line a bunch. He's got 13 points today. Get complete coverage of the NCAA Division I Women's Tournament on NCAA.com. Robinson, who moved to Frisco, Texas from Kansas City, Missouri at the age of 8. Last year he was a bit player, started 2 games, much larger role here in his sophomore year, and now he will sit at the 15:08 mark. He's got 15 points to lead all scorers.
They're not deep, but they rotate nicely, don't they?
They have Toolson, Lelevicius come off the bench. They basically play 7. Solachum, if needed, if their bigs get in foul trouble.
Now this is a little more design, not settling. Nice slip. Go up.
And Tilly just tossed it into the second row.
You're right, Raph.
He's got 5 inches on the guy.
Yeah, Toolson came to help there, and Toolson 6'5" against Tilly at 7 feet. Just drop step, put it in the basket there. I think Tilly's been in trouble when he's tried to be cute and make the extra pass. Just finish.
They had good energy to start the second half. That's dissipated. Edmonds misses on a 3 ball, and Royal will let it bounce out of bounds.
I don't think that, though. Good look. What Jamie's been able to do down there is just extraordinary.
It really is.
We talk about the level of defense. You mentioned the venues, Bird, talent.
This is a program that has never won multiple games in the NCAA tournament. Mobley got a three.
Well, he did a great job setting his man up. Went down towards the block, got a pin, curl, and knock it down.
Mobley's got 10 points. That leads the Buckeyes. It's a 10-point game.
And TCU, on the other hand, as Jamie Dixon calls a timeout, only 1 of 10 from the field here in the second half. So the Buckeyes defense working, but the offense, Mobley did a lot to get open, set those feet, deep range. The Buckeyes some life.
43-33 TCU in front. Winner here will play the winner of the 116 matchup in the East, Duke and Siena. The Blue Devils have arrived.
You came in a limo, didn't you?
Yeah, I like to be separate from you guys. Siena's taking in the March Madness action. Great story. Out of the MAC. Out of the timeout. Pierre, the only senior on this roster for TCU, handling it.
Not a good pass there.
Toulson drives, and the ball got knocked away. Bynum retrieves it.
And Royal stayed at home on the corner, broke that play up.
Ohio State picked to finish 9th in the Big Ten. They finished 8th. Mobley floats it up. Too strong.
Nice
Rebound
rebound.
gathered in. A vacuum cleaner. It's Royal. Swing it. Mobley. Quick trigger for three.
Super quick.
He gives them the life, but you're right about Royal, though. That's his game. Give him second opportunities.
13 now for John Mobley Jr. And we have got a 7-point game. Pierre floats it up. Rebounded by Bynum.
And right now, TCU, they are struggling on the offensive end.
They're 1 of 11 in the half. Power move. Tilly can't get it to go, but he's hacked.
I like that. I like when he gets the ball and is decisive. Use your size, your length to get to the rim, but a little swing action. And that was super fast right there. He doesn't need much time or space. Nice adjustment from the Buckeyes here to start this second half.
Ohio State averages 21 free throw attempts per game. Today, they've had 2. Tilly gets a pair. Foul on Edmonds, his 3rd.
Jake's got them running their action now. That's what's been effective. Not individual plays, side to side, screens, pin downs, post ups.
They were a little startled to start the game.
They were, I think. I don't think they've seen, as you noted, this aggressive kind of perimeter defense.
And the offensive rebounds, which is something TCU has done all season, it was damaging.
Oh, it was. I mean, that's part of their game. 34% of their rebound or missed shots are rebounded. So you see the necessary adjustment that the Buckeyes have made on that end.
And I like Micah Robinson back on the floor, not playing 2 bigs. This should give them more mobility, more definitive drives and action. Back screen and a back screen here. The All-Americas play.
It's an 8-0 run for the Buckeyes. Lelevichus can't hit the 3.
And he doesn't get back.
Not a great shot on that possession for TCU.
A challenge.
Mobley, he's challenging the defense right now.
Nice
Give it up.
cut.
Royal floats it up. The banker is good.
All set up by Mobley breaking down the D.
It is now a 3-point game thanks to a 10-0 burst.
Almost a walk.
Don't leave him open like this, though.
Robinson short. Rebound. Lelevich has got his hands on it, but controlled by Mobley.
Offense negligible right now.
They are now 1 of
TCU.
13 from the field. Mobley misses on a 3-ball. That was a deep one. TCU trying to rediscover its mojo here. Harding pirouettes.
Got to get to the other side.
Pierre on a handoff. Lelevichus. Now punch.
He's got to get going punch now. Be a little more assertive like this.
Punch, drive, kick. Shot clock down to 6.
Pass and catch, so important.
Can Pierre make it happen? Step back 3, bottom.
He's got range, Raph.
He does.
But that was a big shot. TCU was struggling on the offensive end. And their senior, big time step back 3.
I've seen him make that shot deep up at Providence. He's a confident kid.
Yes, he
A
is.
Jersey boy.
TCU and Ohio State in a battle. First round action in the East region. Our tournament summary, so many tremendous storylines. Cal Baptist and Queens making their first tournament appearances. Idaho in the tournament for the first time since 1990. And tournaments as #1 seeds: Duke, Arizona, Florida, and Michigan.
The best is yet to come. Do you feel they're thinking TCU now? Instead of playing like the little run, you sort of shakes your confidence level?
Well, they were loose and relaxed in that first half, and they were really doing it with their defense. They were playing hard, frustrating Ohio State, and that momentum was carrying over to the offensive end. Now they look a little bit rattled.
Let's check in with Tracy.
Jamie Dixon during that timeout, he said they scored 5 of 6. That's the whole game. We have to get stops. It is time to guard. He said we can't get separation on the ball screens. Communication will be key. Stay down on the shot fakes. And offensively, they want to pick up the pace.
He didn't listen, Tracy. He didn't listen.
Ohio State shot it at 36% in the first half. They're at 45% now in the second half.
That's like one of my timeouts in the old days.
They didn't listen, did they?
Hey, do whatever you want.
Nobody listened. Harding holds on to it. Now needs some help.
Punch has got to be a factor.
Sets the screen. Robinson accelerates, lost it, and Punch will put it in the bowl, and the foul.
Now he listens.
Draw that one. The little fumbleitis. But he's got to be more aggressive.
Yeah, and he's their best player. Leading scorer, ball in his hands, attacking, going right at Tilly. Too good of a player to be passive. I think he could have played for you at Seton Hall.
Maybe.
He might still be coaching.
I'm not sure the priest would have liked that. I think they had to see me elsewhere. What was interesting, Robinson's the one that made the aggressive play. I just like his style out there.
So Tilly picks up the foul. Punch now up to 8 points. He's got 10 boards, and TCU's lead is back at 9. Thornton stumbled down, got rid of it.
Well, he's got the match he wants if he get it back to Thornton, I think.
We got Royal and Bynum mismatch inside.
Look at this coverage and recovery. This is the one he's got to go. Go.
Nice
Thornton,
pass.
lob it up. Catch made by Bynum. Tries to redirect. Tilly, the spin and miss on the baby hook.
Good set with that shot, though.
Thornton with just 1 field goal attempt in the second half. Pierre trying to get around Mobley.
Harding and Pierre have been solid. Got it to the right spots, made good decisions.
Yeah, it's been mistake-free for Harding, who gets inside, but he missed it. The presence of Tilly.
He tried to quick snap it, I think.
Royal moves from that area, allows Mobley to operate.
Yeah, they do a wonderful job rotating and reacting.
Harding gets a piece. It's out of bounds.
Well, they trapped the ball there on Mobley on that screen and roll action, but their ability on the weak side to anticipate in the activity, it's hard to make them pay out of those traps.
Well, because of that guy, that's why they get it done.
It's been a very clean game. Michael Greenstein, Bill Covington Jr., Chad Barlow, the officials handling things well.
I thought you meant the broadcast.
Well, no, not as much. Tilly gets to the rim for 2.
I like that right there. Tilly just putting the ball on the floor, getting to the rim. I think with his size, he can take advantage of those matchups.
Anytime.
Harding penetrates and kicks. The Levichis with a purpose, and he missed it.
Boy, too quick with the release. Just be patient at the rim.
Mobley, early offense, gets through the first wave, floats it in.
Rav, he can score. Not
Anytime.
just a shooter. Much better this season off the bounce.
He sets it up because you know he can make that tray. You see him pump fake, they bite. Great handle as well.
He's watched a ton of Steph Curry and Trae Young. So a smaller guy that can find his spots.
Yeah, but you said it best. Because he's such a great three-point shooter from deep, you have to get out on him. He can make you pay.
He's got 10 in the second half, 15 overall. And we've got a 5-point game as we approach 9 minutes to play in regulation. Oh, he lost the ball, and he may run out of time.
No, they're wrong. I looked up, there was 21. Now, the only thing was it touched.
They determined it was not touched.
Yeah.
And it is going to be a 10-second violation. So take a look at the clock. He lost it there off his foot, 21, and he whipped it ahead. They had gotten to 10. It was bang, bang.
Fast.
I never agreed with them before.
Yeah, I think it was because I brought up the officials. It evoked something in you.
It triggered something.
Yes.
Evil past surfaced once more.
When you would take off your jacket and chuck it.
You're killing me.
There's Mobley on the outside. Edmonds sticks with him. Mobley goes to the other side. Gabe Cups. Got a three!
How about that? This is a kid that doesn't look for his shot much. That's his 7th of the year.
Well, Raph, though, Mobley is willing this team right now with his scoring, assisting, setting the table, doing everything.
The first points from the Ohio State bench today. Gabe Cups on target from long range.
You might say his cups have runneth over. A little dribble drive and fine, but hell, get him organized. Wow, big time nylon.
Every bracket buster and every buzzer beater. CBS Sports HQ has your tournament highlights, plus wall-to-wall coverage across the sports world. It's streaming free 24/7. Ohio State has outscored TCU 23-10 here in the second half, and we've got a 2-point game with 8:40 remaining.
And Raph, give credit to this Ohio State team. I mean, they were dead in the water in that first half, but showing life and really doing it. Bruce Thornton not so much involved here on the offensive end, but Mobley leading the way.
I like Edmonds on the floor as the center right now with this team.
TCU is 3 of 17 from the field in the second half. Edmonds creating space and couldn't finish, but a foul on Bynum.
I thought he may have walked.
Yeah, he may have, on that shot fake there, but I like the set. They cleared the side, let him isolate there. Take advantage of his footwork and experience as he, he slid that pivot foot. Good vision, right?
It's St. Patrick's week. He was doing the Irish jig down there, right?
That's exactly what it was, yes. And Edmonds is at the free throw line where he shoots it at 65%. Native of Long Beach, California, youngest of 9 siblings.
And Bird, I'm sure sitting on the bench there, Jamie, trying to figure out what's going to work for us. And I like this alignment now. With Robinson able to shoot from the side.
Well, this was a group right now on the floor for the Horned Frogs who really went on that run there in the first half with punch and foul trouble.
Chich out there as well.
But it's the defense. The defense for them has taken a step back here in this second half.
Thornton the hard drive. Dish inside for Royal. In a crowd, he's fouled.
Well, he got deep Thornton that time. Much more assertive. Found his partner at the rim.
And I'd like to see more of that from him. Just use your size and strength. Get into the paint and make plays happen.
And the problem for TCU, that's number 4 on Xavier Edmonds.
Ooh. Punch coming in for that reason. How about the way he discards, though? He leaves that wood, Thornton, and pulverizes.
So Devin Royal goes to the free throw line where he shoots it at 79%. The junior brings a lot of intangibles. And here's the switch. Edmonds to the bench, replaced by Punch at the 8:02 mark. Versatility of Royal, played the 4 spot previously. He settled in at the 3 spot on this year's iteration of the Buckeyes.
Yeah, and he's worked on his perimeter shooting in the offseason, but really, as you guys said, his athleticism and his strong drives to the basket, kind of a utility guy, does everything for the Buckeyes.
Got a 1-point game.
Now, this is where Punch has to assert himself. Get a little touch, the ISO, whether it's low or at the elbow.
Switch out front. Pierre gets around Cups, but loses the ball. Taken away by Bynum.
Boy, you got to respect the D.
Ohio State is looking for the lead. Bynum vacates the area. Thornton with 2 defenders.
Well, they had him.
They had Bynum open.
Cups drives. Kick.
Nice replace.
Bynum doesn't take the 3. Instead goes to the rim and floats it in. Excuse me.
How about the way he was hanging in the air to finish that deal?
Amari Bynum puts the Buckeyes in front, 51-50. First lead since 5-2 in the opening minute.
Empty side.
Robinson drives in and missed it on the floater, going the other way.
At the push.
That's on Punch right there. Might be his
Number 3.
third.
Yeah.
It's number 3 on Punch.
Again, the big dilemma, the concern always for Jamie are the fouls. But how about this one? A little hang time. Woo, ladies lingerie. Able to finish.
This is the top 7 in the East region. That's some of the biggest names in college basketball.
Wow.
Absolutely. A gauntlet to get through.
Look at those Hall of Fame coaches, too. Still getting it done.
Yep.
And Ohio State, who is the 8th seed, has got a national title back in 1960.
Now, Cups has to be solid. But we're going with a 3-guard look. And it makes it a little tough matchup-wise.
It's an 11-1 Buckeyes run.
Milejic has gone Cups.
Nice.
Inside, Royal! He rolls to the rim and throws it down.
And these ATOs from Diebler out of the timeout, they have been able to execute and perform, but beautiful slip there by Royal.
A wide open middle to step and go.
And now no field goals for TCU over the last 4 minutes. Little stop and go by Harding. Kick it out. Just short.
Again, start thinking a little bit, not playing.
We approach 6 minutes to go. Mobley
Nice seal.
entry. Royal lays it in.
How deep was that? They're going to call the timeout, I think. First one at the timeout. Now he gets the foul.
So it is a foul called, and it is a 15-1 run. Devin Royal involved.
Nice little slip with that wide open middle, and then the ability. Look how deep this is. Proper to the corner of the backboard. A Royal completion.
We talked about it with TCU. 15% from the field here in the second half. Give credit to Ohio State's defense, but also keeping them off the glass. There's no offensive rebounds like they had in that first half.
And Grant, right now you got Edmonds on the floor. They know this is the time, regardless of the foul situation.
Harding drives, kick for Punch. They need points, and Punch will get there. +1.
And a smart high-low action right there, and Punch attacking the closeout. Edmonds doing a great job with Royal down low. Royal couldn't get over to help.
A little tough when your shirt's being grabbed too.
And it's Devin Royal who gets charged with a foul, his second.
You said it best, though. Right now, Jamie Dixon's now or never.
Yeah,
you gotta roll the dice here. Get your best lineup on the floor. Edmonds will now substitute out.
Yeah, he'll go offense, defense here.
Defense.
Protect Xavier Edmonds with those 4 fouls. Go smaller with Tanner Toolson now in. Royal called for that foul, and Punch converts.
Extend the defense a little bit here. A little full court pressure.
David Punch's family in attendance. TCU has cut it to 2. 5th double-double of the season for the sophomore David Punch.
A tough matchup with Punch now with Bynum. Taking him away from the rim a little bit. He can dribble drive.
Extended minutes here for Cups in his 3-guard set.
There you go.
Bynum takes it straight. Oh, that's a man's jam for Amari Bynum.
On top of their game right now. Jake's guys responding to that mismatch and read, and the rest is history.
Plus the foul called on Toolson.
Bring it all here. Leave the chandeliers, big fella.
McGrath, Ohio State going small with that lineup. Instead of Tilly in that role position, now you have the explosiveness of Bynum. Oh my, that is next level. Jeez.
34 points in the paint for Ohio State. Bynum can tack on 1 at the free throw line with his team up 4, 5:36 remaining.
If you're astounded by that, I'm impressed. Yeah. You had a few of those in your background.
Long time ago, that young man to be that big. Powerful, fun to watch.
TCU shot 7 of 13 from 3-point territory in the first half. They're 1 of 7 from downtown in the second half.
The Punch has got to go.
Got to go.
Yeah, put it on the deck.
Punch feeds it to the post. Edmonds working his way in, and he gets it to go. Massages it off the window.
He moves those feet a little bit, though. He does a little fairway shuffle.
He's got 13 points, just above his season average. Ohio State leads by 2. The Buckeyes have made their last 7 shots. Thornton can't hit the 3.
Bad gamble on the denial by Punch, but he goes rim to rim now to load up.
TCU down by 2. Edmonds playing with those 4 fouls.
Robinson on the floor, too, a big-time factor on a matchup.
Pierre up for the tie. It bounces off. And the rebound controlled by TCU. Punch, dishes, kick. Harding for the lead. And it's rebounded by Edmonds. Edmonds is fouled and took a shot to the head.
He does a nice job knowing he's got weak side position, also smaller people around him.
But Raph, that first offensive rebound, I mean, they were 3 or 4 Ohio State Buckeyes players there. He just wanted it more, and he is, I mean, look at this offensive rebound in traffic.
Look who's there with Mobley. Takes advantage of that size.
He got hit pretty hard there by Mobley in the back. Mobley's right arm.
Yeah, it came right down on the top of his head.
Yeah.
That is 12 offensive rebounds now for TCU. Edmonds taking a moment to gather himself, and he'll go to the free throw line. .7 rebounds, 1 of 2 at the stripe.
Now, this team had 16 offensive rebounds against KU this year, so they are aggressive on the glass.
They are 16-1 this season when holding opponents to under 75 points. The only loss came to Michigan, and they've held Ohio State to 57 with 4:28 to play. And a chance to tie for Edmonds. America's best chefs battle it out for an unprecedented $1 million prize on America's Culinary Cup. The #1 cooking competition show. New CBS Wednesday after Survivor, streaming on Paramount Plus.
And Bird, they took the hit now, got themselves back in this thing now. They've got to regain that defensive aggression that they showed in that first half in particular.
And Raph, right now with Edmonds still on the floor on defense, I'd go at him. He has those 4 fouls. Get him in some screen and roll action, attack him. Got a mismatch with Bynum in there.
That's why he's got him on Tilly, I think, for that reason.
Catch Bynum, cutter, Tilly denied. Woo! The block by Punch. Punch end to end, yes!
How about that pass? What a dive as well. Rapp with a great look.
They had numbers. Tilly was on the floor, 5-on-4 in transition. And there's another turnover there by Ohio State.
And we've got our 3rd lead change of the afternoon. TCU up by 1.
Both teams showed some character.
Yeah.
First round intensity in the East region. TCU 58, Ohio State 57, 3:45 remaining. Our game summary, Ohio State trailed by 15 at the half. Shooting numbers have gone up for the Buckeyes. Shooting numbers have gone down for TCU. How did Ohio State get back into this?
Well, John Mobley Jr. has taken over, can flat out score, known as a shooter, but also a slasher. And out of the break there, halftime, a nice backdoor, empty the side, and then once again, another play, go back, backdoor, come back up, a little down screen. Mobley setting the table, scoring, has a couple assists. His energy and his confidence on the offensive end has lifted his Buckeye team.
TCU is one of those teams that likes to play from behind, believe it or not. They've done that all year long. A little uncomfortable with that lead, plus Ohio State stepping it up.
Thornton drives in.
Has really been struggling.
And he missed it on the scoop. Both teams have 6 fouls, so the next one will put either squad at the free throw line. Stop and go there from Pierre, working around the perimeter. TCU up by 1. We approach 3 minutes to go.
Love the way they go side to side, though. They make the defense work and then attack.
Harding has played very under control. That ball was free for a moment, and then a reach in. Punch got fouled. He'll go to the line for 1-1.
Thornton trying to help out, got the arm.
Raph, you talked about it, getting the ball side to side, and then ultimately Punch. And Punch doing a good job right here, sliding his feet, just staying big, not fouling there on that drive.
There's the other end here, nice little help, top side.
They got him on the arm a little bit on that second reach-in attempt, Thornton.
64% from the free throw line.
He is 3 of 4 today. It's off, and it's rebounded by Royal. Ohio State with possession, down by 1. Mobley watched by Harding. Under 3 minutes to go. Thornton using the screen from Tilly.
Nice help
Got
by
the switch.
Punch.
Got the switch they wanted.
Yeah, but Tilly,
Thornton will take the timeout. He had nothing going. Tilly wasn't open, and then he looked around and realized he had nowhere to go. Step aside. Second half action. Each team has 1 timeout remaining. Possession arrow favors TCU. Ohio State has 9 seconds to work with on the shot clock.
And Jake Debo has been really good out of timeouts on sets. See if they can get a good opportunity here.
I would not let Mobley touch the ball.
Tilly gets it to Mobley. He's got the mismatch with Punch. He lines it up. It's off the rim. And handled by Lelevichus. 2:34 to go. Spot in the second round is on the line here in Greenville.
Watch Robinson on the kick opposite because of Bynum.
Harding the handles. Outside, Robinson one-on-one with Bynum. 9 to shoot. Work it around. Harding trying to get the step around Bynum. 4 to shoot. Pierre, it's short. And rebound controlled by Ohio State. Thornton Euros floats it up. No, but a foul. And it was Harding who took the hit, and Harding is down.
His head recoiled off the floor. You're just not going to get that call anymore.
You're right, but I mean, the strength of Thornton there in transition coming at you with so much force. And watch Harden's face here.
Oh,
He did take a hit, and then the head goes down. Wow.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's Thornton, too.
It is.
Physically imposing. Oh, look, he's got.
oh boy.
Yeah.
He took a serious shot, and he remains on the floor.
He is one tough kid. Watching him at Iowa and games this year, leaves it all out there.
And now Jamie Dixon goes to check on Harding. Athletic trainer Matt Harrell as well. We'll come right back. TCU up by 1 with Brock Harding now on the bench. Native of Moline, Illinois. This was the shot he took on the move from Thornton.
Now, to us, that's a basketball move, but they are very concerned. They think it hit over the shoulders.
Let's bring in Gene Steratore. Just watch the replays with us. Gene, what's your take?
To me, it doesn't look like a flagrant play. It looks like a basketball play from Thornton. And he's going up and crossing in front. I just don't see an elbow that's coming out to the side. To me, I think Harding's playing pretty good defense too, fellas. He's retreating, walling up, and gets hit. Now, they call a block on the court. You really can't change this to an offensive player.
The call
player
stands.
control.
It's a common foul on number 2. Ohio State with two free throws and resume play.
I like that. Don't you?
They got it right.
Yeah, I mean, just.
Yep. I agree with you, Ralph.
So the foul is on Harding. Free throws for Thornton. And Harding remains on the TCU bench.
Nice to hear Gene, huh? Back working? Yeah. 2 days off.
He never left. Bruce Thornton shoots it at 83%. He has not scored in the second half. And this is his first free throw of the afternoon.
I wouldn't have thought that they'd be tied up with 2 minutes left with him having the night he's having.
It's been a collective group, too. Mobley, Royal, Bynum, and just different things they've been able to do. Showing a lot of character.
Gabe Cupps came in, made a big shot. Out of Fairburn, Georgia, Thornton nails a pair. Ohio State up by 1. We approach 2 minutes to go.
Nice by Mobley there, making him work, make Pierre.
So Pierre gets it across. 1 point lead for Ohio State.
I think Robinson can do some damage on Thornton. Inside out kind of a play.
If you go to
Punch look opposite.
Feed it, punch, 10 to shoot.
He's good with the drop step.
The spin, Punch works his way in. The layup goes for Punch.
That's his move.
And the foul.
What I like, Raph, what he did, he was posting up Tilly, but he took the ball out now faced up, using his speed And you said that spin drop step and the patience there just to gather himself, initiate the contact, and your best player stepping up at the end when your team needs it, punch, getting it done.
He has been an anchor for this team in his sophomore season. He averaged 6.5 points as a freshman. It jumped to 14.3 in his second year. He's got 15 points, 13 boards, and he's at the free throw line trying to add to the TCU lead. He's got it. 61-59. Brock Harding is still on the bench for the Horned Frogs.
And Tolson's got a tough matchup right here. Got to stay on the floor, keep Mobley in front of him. The fancy-dancy footwork he possesses sets him up.
We're down to 1:34 to play. Mobley feeds for Thornton. Puts it on the deck. Mobley fires. Rimming out. Rebound, foot four, popped up in the air, and it's tapped out of bounds. And it's going to be Ohio State basketball.
Love it. Don't you love this effort right now?
Going after it right there.
Leaving it all out. Good.
Pierre went up there like Karch Karai right there with a little spike.
And I liked it because he was tipping it to his teammates.
Tried to.
A little more aggressive.
And Tolson there, he lost Mobley there. Almost got burned on that. You got to stay attached to Mobley.
Tough match for him, though.
Ohio State down by 1. They've missed their last 5 shots.
Go. There you go.
Royal drives in, and he's fouled.
Yeah,
he's good. That was great shoulder strength, too.
I thought he waited a little bit. He kind of paused when he caught it there, but went to his left. Robinson kind of bringing that arm down, contesting. That's where the foul was.
Yeah, we had a great read, though. Edmonds jammed that side up, so he couldn't go right.
So Devin Royal at the free throw line. Mr. Basketball in the state of Ohio in 2023, won a state title at Pickerington Central in 2022.
They've been around 79% free throw shooter. Big coming down the stretch.
And Harding is back in for TCU after taking that hard shot from Thornton.
It proves they've got a guy that can take a punch, and a punch that can jam up the center spot. This kid's tough.
We are tied at 61 with 1:12 to go in regulation. Harding defended by Mobley. 1 minute to play.
Nice curl.
Pierre into traffic. Kick out. Robinson. Bullseye. It's a 3.
How about the relocation with the dribble drive? Lose track of a kid who's playing terrific of late.
TCU up by 3. 50 seconds left. Feed it to Thornton.
Got to be in attack mode.
Back out. Mobley. He's got the big, playing with 4 fouls. Edmonds.
Tough match here.
Step back. Give it up. Thornton fired. Tie game. Yes, sir.
How about that? Not known, but 40%. Nailing his 61st of the year.
And a timeout called by TCU. A 4-second difference. Shot clock to game clock.
That's why he's a 4-year captain, Bird.
All knotted up at 64. TCU is out of timeouts. Ohio State and TCU all tied up.
Right here, this curl by Pierre, and then floating to the corner. Big time 3, Robinson. And here, good defense. Thornton, who had not made a field goal in the second half. Just no indecision whatsoever. High-level basketball down the stretch on both ends.
Now coming down on this offensive end, just good control, sound. Harding will run the show quite a bit until they get late in the shot clock. And I think it's got to go through punch with a screen in a roll, or I would run maybe the same play, the little curl, and then dish to the opposite corner.
Well, TCU is comfortable in these close games. They've had 20 clutch time games this season. And I agree. Get the ball maybe to punch. Even maybe Edmonds on the block, who's had a chance to do well. Maybe a 2-man action with Pierre and punch.
My buddy Rob Stone, watching so many TCU games because of his son, they're tough at stretch time.
We are tied at 64. 26.3 on the game clock, 22 seconds on the shot clock. Someone is advancing to the second round.
If it's a ball screen, be interested to see if they trap it.
Harding, screen, Edmonds works around it. Harding on a kick. Punch.
Nice
Gets it inside. Edmonds for the lead. He's got it. The layup goes with 4.1.
Wow. How about punch? Averages 2 assists a game, but the load up by Edmonds and then big and a beautiful deft delivery. The two bigs, extraordinary inside.
Wrapped the big-to-big passing there at Edmonds, just getting great position, using almost all of the clock on that possession. Not exactly sure if that was how it was diagrammed there, but I like how they emptied the side and the two bigs had a chance to play off each other.
So Ohio State will have possession. No timeouts remaining. The clock is at 4 seconds left.
Interesting strategy, too. I thought maybe get it into half court, then get the timeout. A little easier. But this is a case of be sound defensively. Keep everybody in front of you. Make them use clock. Don't let anybody sprint and curl to get it up the floor and exploit with an open look.
They have just added 0.3 of a second, so 4.3 to play.
And I am right now still a lot of time for Ohio State, but I would imagine Thornton or Mobley, the ball in their hands, downhill.
I'd face guard them, though. I wouldn't let them get it. Let somebody else get it. Let it be royal.
Ohio State is down by 2.
There's Mobley, that guy at the other end, that you'd love to get the ball at the far end. And this is the key play. How are you going to address it defensively?
You gotta watch Thornton as he's inbounding the ball, getting the ball back with a full steam full steam ahead.
TCU led by as many as 15.
If you double, you better recover quickly.
Right back to him.
Thornton, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. He's going to have to hoist for the win. It's off. TCU advances. The Horned Frogs get it done. They hold off the Buckeyes 66-64. And the 9 seed in the East is moving on.
Talk about a gutty performance on both ends. Ohio State crawling back. They looked out of it. The temperament to do the right thing, get involved. And right here, as you mentioned, Thornton, not a blow-by guy, though. Didn't really sprint past him.
I'll tell you what, you said it best, Rap. Both teams were worthy of winning here. Ohio State in that second half. TCU holding on, no momentum, figuring it out.
And two great plays on offense by TCU. The little curl kick to the other corner. And then an ability high-low, and this is great, the respect they have from the Big Ten days at Iowa, having to guard one another. That's what it's all about.
The Big 12 represents TCU in the NCAA tournament for the 4th time in the last 5 years, and they grind out a win against a tough Ohio State squad. Send it over to Tracy.
Hey, Coach, congratulations. You guys were up by 15. They clawed all the way back. What did this team show you today in this win?
Well, we win close games. We've been doing that for a long time, and they showed character. This guy was in foul trouble, but we went right to him, and great pass, great finish, a lot of adversity. Hey, give them credit for fighting back, and we knew they would. Our pressure bothered them early, called it a little tighter second half. We got in some foul trouble, but it's never going to be easy.
Never going to be easy. Let's talk to this guy. Xavier, congratulations on that bucket, that two-pointer to put you guys in the lead for good. Tell me what was going through your mind.
I had to get the ball in the basket. Punch made a great pass, put me in the right position to score, and I went up, and I scored it.
Talk about this team, this unselfish team, to be able to get this win and move on to the Sweet 16, something TCU hasn't done.
Man, we just know job's not finished.
Need one more win to get there.
Need one more win. Job's not finished, and we got next game to take care of. Let's go.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, Tracy, you're right. This program has never won multiple games in the NCAA tournament. They will have their chance after getting a gutty win over Ohio State, 66-64, the final. And they will await the winner of Duke and Siena, which is coming up here on CBS. Tip-off set for 3 o'clock Eastern. Tournament games continue live right now on True TV, TNT, and TBS. Siena and Duke coming up on CBS. We'll send you to our studio for Capital One Tournament Central. What a way to start things off. The 2026 Big Dance is underway. We have more after these messages.